here, so we don't have any issues.
Yeah, that
with...
Plunder should help him against the Harrower bot lane who's not running Plunder.
And again, thank you to KYPS for having a little bit slower load-in times than me. Gives me a chance to get everything set up and see it.
Shout out to some of the toasters. People decide to play. No, I'm kidding.
Right? Toasters
My
need love
computer's
sometimes too.
Yeah, my computer's pretty toaster right now, shutting off randomly. Still can't find out the issue. Let's hope that doesn't happen. It hasn't happened yet since being in a game.
Yeah. I'm completely prepared to solo cast if need be, but it's always nice to have your company.
I would feel very bad.
As you should. I'm just kidding. So if we're looking at the item pickups, we actually see 2 throwing axes coming out for KYPS. Pretty standard to see a throwing axe from Harrower bot lane. He does struggle a little bit with wave clear early on without any type of AoE spells. And just 1 throwing axe coming out from fried eggs.
Yeah, going for their jungle flak optimization there.
Pokey running the wonderful adult luster, as you can see. He's kind
I think he
of
recently picked that up actually. But I definitely love the animations on that pet.
Oh yeah, dude. That guy definitely does a little bit too much. It's kind of got a wrestler build, you know. It's all upper and no lower.
I mean, the gold's flowing out of his hands.
That's
The gold
true.
pieces.
Enemy missing mid.
Why can we not pick those up yet? The real question.
We see a little bit of a interesting start for KYPS. They're actually going to start 2 over at the jungle.
Yeah, looks like Wuju wants a little bit of extra money. It does deprive it from the rest of the team, but this really does help Caprice's early game that little bit more.
Good point. And they are actually going to be soloing top instead of middle lane, while it's going to be a little bit different.
Ooh, the kill coming out already on the lawn there. Must have got picked up by a stun from Wuju. Did he hit 2 earlier?
He must have, because he did get XP from the Ancients.
Yeah, I think they weren't ready for that. Lalan, that is, was not ready for it, and now he's in a pretty bad position here. Very behind. These creeps probably gonna, a lot of them taken by the tower here. Vicky coming to the rescue, taking a little bit off the tower there.
Yep. Having a little bit of trouble last hitting, but not much you can do when you die at level 1. Doing a good job of recovering.
The top lane, looks like Deathwing is coming up to help already. Ray was getting pretty crushed under tower there.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see, 2 junglers this game, and it actually looks like Hooligan is countering by doing a little bit of jungling his own, so you could effectively say that Fried Eggs is doing two jungles.
Oh, Deathwings picks him up in the jungle and takes that creep. That's about like, I think that was a 50 gold creep if I'm not mistaken. Or not 50, like 30 something.
Oh, it's 50 if you spread it out throughout the entire team, so...
Oh, very true. Very true. That's probably why I said 50, because it used to be for the single person.
Yep.
Ray getting picked up by a Clodessa Q there, but
nice stun to
coming out.
disengage. Still taking a little bit of damage, though. Caprice again going up to share the gold and XP from the Ancients.
Yeah, she's actually the most ahead on her team now, even though it's early, it's still very volatile. Ooh, Dudley getting ganked here by Cold Slayer.
Oh, down bottom lane. He is going to survive. Interesting pickup by Dudley. Is actually going to be going Healing Rod.
I ran that the other day. It actually surprising. Oh, a triple gank coming down on Dudley now. They really want him dead, and they are going to do just that.
Wow, he came straight bottom lane after taking the Ancients. So they're really putting a priority on who they want to gank and when they want to kill.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to pressure the solo lanes and force the flak to be less useful by farming the jungle.
And Ray just now taking the first damage up onto his top tower, only if it's a few damage from the creeps, but really impressive by being
Yeah, he's
able to
actually
hold
not
this
too
long.
far behind either Just the jungle gold actually granting him a little bit more. Then he's getting top lane a little ahead though compared to the rest of the game.
Oh, and Wuju coming up here for a gank. Not level 6 just yet, but...
Oh, Hooligan face checking the bush there, getting stunned. Thorium High follows up with the stun, and Wuju is going to dash in for the kill there. Probably didn't have to. I think he dashed in with his auto attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, he did. His auto attack
kill
hit
secure.
just as his dash finished. Yep. Just an insurance.
Yeah, a lot of early game control from KYPS right now, doing a lot for them. We see Pokey actually coming back into lane now.
Yeah, his bottom jungle is actually being taken by Deathwings on Jinshi. Jinshi's nearing her way back bottom lane. Possibly going to do a gank here on Dudley. Dudley did just recently plunder though, so it could be a little bit difficult time to gank.
So he's going to go in anyway here. The plunder creep's not really doing as much as they used to. Oh, the miss stun by Deathwings there. Probably going to cost them that kill.
Yep. Dudley able to walk away with about just over half his health gone.
Yeah, the healing route on Vex, coupled that with Rune Boots, I've noticed a lot of this. Oh, there's a gank on mid. Long gets ulted by Cold Slayer into the tower. He gets the kill, but he will die for it. And Wuju now getting chased by Dudley here.
Yep.
Vorbis Seekers.
Gonna go down.
Yeah, Vorbis Seekers, you can't miss those. So.
Indeed.
No boots on Caprice. Pretty much why. If she had boots there, probably a better chance of escaping. But yeah, as I was about to say, the healing rod with other items on Vex, it's just a lot of sustain against certain things. Like you kind of force your opponent out of mana, and then you have health and mana still.
Attack this enemy.
And Hooligan and Kiwi Dude top lane are actually taking a little bit different approach to the 1v2. Instead of hard pushing the tower, instead they're pushing up, making sure that they don't miss any creeps, and then jungling around them. And it's as you can see, Deathwing's just noticing that his camps are being taken.
Yeah, a little bit of a pause here. No one really said a big lag from Getzer, he was saying.
Okay,
like Deathwing's headed top again. I believe Kiwi does scout him out there though.
All games now are for the GSC are hosted on US East. This is to simplify the server issues, but KYPS is actually a mainly US East team. Most of them are from Quebec, Canada. Most of them primarily, their first and primary language is French too, for a fun fact.
Well, Caprice going down bot lane, but Pokey is waiting in that bush there.
Oh, he's thinking to face check, but he's going to get face checked himself.
Oh, the ult coming out from Pokey. A little bit of a delay there on her jumps, but she does manage to jump over the wall and stuns the creeps to save herself from death, but she will still die to creeps.
This creeps hit hard.
Yeah, a little bit of slow reflexes there from Wuju. It's going to cost his life. Bo now coming down to try to help.
Interesting jump path. I feel like she could have still lived if she just jumped back
yeah.
not going over
Oh,
the
Cold Slayer
wall.
going in with the stun there. Dudley with the shield, and he does whiff his ultimate.
Vex, continuing and proving why he's such a great counter to hard stun champions. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Pokey,
surprised Harrower not doing too much. Oh, Pokey caught out in the jungle again. Harrower coming up. The Vex ult again to try to save him. He does concussive grade 8 to safety, but now Dudley is in trouble.
Long coming in to try to mitigate the damage.
Yeah, the rest of KYPS flanking though as well. Pokey gonna go down here. Deathwing's still in the fray. Wuju jumping in, lands a stun on Dudley, picks him off. Lalon now in danger here. A nice stun by Deathwings is gonna clean up that kill.
Lalon trying to save himself with the ultimate, though I feel like that would have only delayed his death.
Yeah, pretty huge turn for KYPS, but now Kiwi Dud doing a great job roaming into mid, or rotating into mid to defend the tower here. Very nice there.
Yeah, still a pretty even GPM graph happening now. It does seem like Fried Eggs is the one to take the... still holding the lead though, just ever so slightly. If we actually pull up the gold graph here while we got a little bit of lulls, it looks like Impet is indeed in favor of fried eggs. That team fight actually mitigated a huge lead that they actually had.
Yeah, KYPS definitely came out ahead. I was going to touch upon that. I mean, 3 for 1, pretty huge, especially when it's on the characters that are trying to farm up really hard. Hooligan, however, he's not even running Luster right now, is the highest on his team. Kind of left up there the farm, and we know Feder's power. Oh, a jump in on mid from Wuju. Cold Slayer trying to escape here from Pokey. Wuju trying to body block him, but now he's going to die in place. Not really sure what that was for.
Yeah, on stream we caught the end of that, but we were watching bot lane where there was a nice gank by Deathwings, and they were able to successfully get a stun off onto Dudley and finish him off. So well played by KYPS. While getting pressured mid, they were able to pressure bot lane as well.
Well, they managed to pick up a kill in mid too on Milan still, so it was it turned out a 1 for 1 on mid.
Oh, okay, so it was overall 2 for 1.
Yeah, overall they're coming out on ahead right now. I think just the only thing right now is that Hooligan is getting pretty big in the top lane there, and they probably need to keep that in check very soon.
Great Fiki by Lalonde, keeping it out of tower range so they can farm it without any type of interruption. It looks like there's going to be a 4-man rotation up to top lane.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to keep him in check, as I was speaking about that. He does Bowder out of the stuns there, but he's still taking a lot of damage there. Ray gets caught in the Vex ult there, taking a lot of damage to Dudley. Nice peel by Cold Slayer, pushing him to the wall. But Wuju goes down to the Claudessa, and now the bow is going to go down as well here. Turning into a 4-on-3 lost, actually, for KYPS.
Yeah, and Jinshi actually did have enough, or did have her her stun back on off cooldown, but she just didn't have enough mana to cast it again. And mid lane going down as well during that entire engagement. Looks like Saryam High is just not able to hold his top lane either after that. Oh, looks like actually he is. Though it is slowly decaying.
Yeah, once again we actually see him going straight for a power relic. Very interesting.
Deathwings roaming up top to help save that tower. Good Fiki to keep the damage from the minions off of them.
So KYPS trying to make a push here in mid now. Pokey is waiting, as is Dudley, for this. Gonna run in here, however, the Wind Rush is gonna put him to safety.
Yeah, good disengage to realize that there was a few missing on the map. They definitely didn't want to fight a 2v3. There's going to be a couple of rotations coming out from Bo and Caprice. Bo going down bot lane. Nobody down bot lane to contest the tower, though Dudley will be here shortly. Looks like he's just going to give it up. He doesn't want to go 1v2. He's just going to take a camp instead.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually. I mean, with Vex's, clear potential, he probably could have defended the tower there if he chose to.
Huge engagement going on up top lane.
Yeah, Deathwing's ult, barely saving him there, but I think he's, still going to go down to an auto attack from Hooligan. And the tower was lost as well.
Yeah,
looks like Ray died too, huh?
Yeah, so that fight actually started out in the favor of KYPS, but a great ultimate from Lalonde on Aya. Ooh, Bo.
Yeah, Vex ulted in right there and saved Aya and killed Wuju under the tower there, who dove really hard.
Ooh.
So, really big turn there, and now Team Eggs with a really big lead now over KYPS. Just from these rotations and Vex really making plays. He got a stone skin so that, when he ults in, he will live through all these ults.
Yeah, and during all this, Pokey's actually soloing Baldir. He's going to get a little help here from his Claudessa. The two of them are going to finish that off. Great multitasking from Fried Eggs.
Well, Kiwi now caught out here. Jinshi popping in as well, as is Ray from the side.
Looks like Pokey's going to throw out his ult and just walk away.
Oh, the ult from Milan coming out just in the wrong spot there, and Claudessa is going to go down.
Yeah, almost a save, but I believe again it would have just delayed his death. Lots of CC coming out from KYPS, making sure that the Claudetta didn't get away.
Well, Ganser going hard on Hooligan here. However, Hooligan has a stone skin, and Ganser getting turned on instead. But now Death of the Wall trying to catch him there, but Hooligan doing a great job sidestepping and kiting.
Hooligan is an extremely mechanically strong player, as well as a very smart player as well. It's a deadly combo to go up against.
And now we're seeing the tower being pushed down here. Not much he can really do to wave clear it, and the Ficky as well coming out. But Vex does ult in with his stone skin, not taking any damage there as we see. Very strong early game pickup.
Yeah, along with a shield and a heal from Claudessa, he survives all that burst, only going down to about half health, and then even with a few healing rods, he's ready to fight again.
That was a very risky E by Jinshi there, if anybody caught that. Right on the edge of ISW while they were going on the bush, and she did manage to jump away to safety. As if anyone doesn't know, when you take damage with her E casting, you actually stop casting it, and it goes on a shorter cooldown. Oh, Wuju going in on Dudley in mid. However, the healing rods trying to save him there.
Yeah, using his second dash to finish it off. Though knowing that that was suicide, but being behind in GPM, that was actually a favorable trade for them. We'll see how that turns into objectives, though, as Vex can get back into the map a little bit quicker than Caprice. Although Vex ult is down for the time that he gets back up, so.
Yeah, not much objective taking this game by KWPS at the current moment. They seem to have been pressured a little bit too hard in most of their lanes to do any of that. I mean, the mid lane was a 1v2. The tower is barely scratched too, if we look at it.
Pokey almost getting caught down bot lane, but he does manage to stay inside the bushes. I believe he could have been 1v1 by the Jinshi had she seen him. But Vex was close by.
Oh, KYPS going for this bolt here right as it spawns, trying to secure it. There are two bot for Team Eggs right now, but the Vex can ult in at any moment, and Pokey is rotating up.
Yep. Looks like Vex is keeping his eye on top lane as he slowly pushes, but...
Yeah, unfortunately he did not ult to help them.
Just gonna choose
feel like that would
pressure bot instead.
Yeah, if they had all went in on that, I feel like it could have been a really nice fight for them, but I guess they're choosing to play a little bit safer.
Looks like Cold Slayer is going to be the one to rotate bottom lane along with Hareware to defend against Pokey and Dudley.
Yeah, Deathwing's following close behind here on Jinshi.
Oh, and Caprice doing a good job of picking off Aya in the mid lane.
Cold Slayer lagging a little bit on this initiation there, it looked like, as he did not stun Dudley, and they are trying to focus him here, but that stone skin doing work, and Deathwing's jumping in on Pokey, trying to zone him here. And there is a 1-for-1 trade there, and Pokey's still on the offensive.
Yeah, and I think Deathwing's made a little bit of misclick there. He thought Dudley was finished off, and he started moving towards Pokey. Instead, that gave Dudley a couple extra auto attacks onto Cold Slayer and finished him off. So, what could have been a 1-for-0 turned into a 1-for-1.
Yeah, I feel like when Deathwing's Cold Slayer jumped into that fight, he either lagged or just completely whiffed the stun. He was hitting creeps instead. If he had landed that onto Dudley before Dudley was able to pop his stone skin, I feel like that could have been a much different fight there.
Yeah. And while we have a little lulls here in the action, we can take a look at the gold graphs. As we can see, it's significantly starting to snowball into the favor of fried eggs here.
Yeah, as is the XP right now, which is also, quite a big difference when you look at it. I mean, each level being equivalent to picking up a few components, pretty much.
Yeah, it's actually interesting to see, that Featherstone's actually at the top of that.
I mean, he's been soloing all game, so it's not a surprise to me.
Oh, seems like there could be a potential pick, but
Yeah, nice. The slow from Flack really shuts down Bo on his initiation.
There's a lot of dancing going around for control on positioning. Vex is going to be split pushing bot lane. He does have his ultimate available for any type of team fight. I feel like that's a big advantage that they've been able to take advantage of. Big advantage that they have an advantage for, you know? Although it seems to be like a pick top lane. Vex ulting in to turn it around, and oh man.
Yeah, right now Hooligan just being really hard to pick with the Stone Skin and being Feather Stone. Ooh, that ultimate almost killing Cold Slayer. Were Lalonde rolling, rolling Mystic there, it would have been a kill.
Indeed. That pick is going to be able to pretty much give him an uncontested Baldir. I believe that is their second Baldir of the game.
Yeah, that would definitely be number 2. Had they contested that one earlier, possibly could have been 3.
Yep. Oh, Jinshi going in
definitely
here.
Just going in for a pick here, trying to catch Hooligan. Misses his stun, however. Cancer being zoned out here by Dudley, but Dudley does get picked up on with a stun. But the healing rods from both players and the Claudessa heal putting him at full health, and now Cold Slayer in danger here is going to go down.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of a premature engage since they were down Ray. But
now Dudley getting picked off there on the chase, just overextending a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think he had miscommunication with his team. He had 3 members go top. I believe Pokey was still dead during all of that. So...
yeah, I mean, right there, KYPS. Yeah, as you were saying, Ray was not there. 4v5, not really the best option. Or was it a 4v4? Was Flack there?
Yeah, it kind of seemed like Jinshi definitely did initiate by herself without any follow-up.
Yeah, I think right now they are quite behind, and they're trying to force fights way too much, and it's not going in their favor.
Yep. Kiwi Kid doing a good job of just kind of scouting out. He is quite tanky, so he can survive any type of burst. And if he does
he's about ready
down, he can run to his team.
About ready to pick up that Inferno brand as well.
Oh, looks like there's going to be a pick over here in the bot lane jungle. Vex ulting
instant kill onto Aya there, but once again, Team Eggs turning around the fights very quickly into their favor every single time.
Yeah, and Flack's Luster pickup is starting to really show as her GPM skyrockets above 600 and dishing out a lot of damage during that last fight.
Yeah, right now she pretty much has her core items for damage. Zealot's Blade and the Crushing Mace there.
Yeah, and when you combine her E ability, which deals 50% of your damage to the nearest enemy to your auto attack, combine that with Thundercaller procs, she actually deals a whole bunch of AoE damage with her auto attacks.
An attempted pick on Claudessa there, now turning sour for KYPS, as now Wuju is going to go down there. The ult from Lalonde actually saving his life. And now Hooligan picking up on Deathwings in the jungle here. Doing a great job sidestepping the stun there, and he's going to pick him up. Cold Slayer coming in to save him, but right now Hooligan a little bit too tanky for them to clean up.
Good Bounder is going to help him escape from that chase as well. Though Cold Slayer may have chased a little bit too far.
Yeah, Hooligan now back on the offensive here. He gets his plunder off before he dies. Pokey ults to try to get the slow off and kill him under the tower, but he does go down either way.
And Kiwi Kid making him look bad there, landing his Q instead. Therefore, Pokey missed his ult. No, Pokey's ult was on point. It was just Claudessa doing a good job of landing her Q. You can call that kind of an insurance ult.
Yeah, Vex not there, but his ult is still up. Boulder number 3 for Team Eggs. See what they do with the Dark Wave here, or possibly they might even just rotate and take Sindara. Oh, they're going to go farm the jungle again. Looks like their strategy so far.
Be careful, Tom.
Dudley doing a good job of continuously pressuring bot lane. Deathwing's doing a good job of feeking. Seems like the Fiki only... This could be like a small bug with the Fiki, actually. It's only targeting one of the Dark Wave minions, and then the rest of the minions actually decided not to solo foods. Oh.
I think because, yeah, they actually were taking Sidara. I was going to point that out. They definitely did take Sidara. I think it's because the Dark Wave AI, you know, chooses to attack heroes. So it'll peel off a Fiki when that happens.
Well, he actually, what he did was he clicked Fiki onto one of the Dark Wave minions, and the other two, and it worked on that one Dark Wave minion, but the other two decided to attack him, and the other regular minions were actually attacking him as well. So there could be a small bug with that.
On my way, mid.
Either way, I mean, it didn't really matter because whether Fiki was working or not, they did lose Sindara during that.
Yeah, Dark Wave just giving you the pressure you need and the space to do such a thing like that.
Yep. Great transition. And now they've got Vex split pushing bot again with his ultimate available. So this next fight is basically going to be a 6 versus 5, as you were mentioning earlier today. Krytos is basically like an extra teammate.
Oh, the initiation coming in from Kiwi and Dudley, but they do miss their spells. However, Coldstart gets a nice ult against the wall, but just a lot of damage coming from the backline of Hooligan and Pokey. And just not too much KYPS can do there when they're not killing those members of Team Eggs. And this should be the closeout of the game here.
Yeah, great sweep by Fried Eggs. A lot
But
of
they're
them
choosing not to
tanky.
end it. A good 30 seconds to do so. Looks like they're actually juggling around. Looks like they're going to decide to do it now.
Yep.
Hooligan taking the crux a little bit
Ooh,
there.
almost
but,
getting cruxed.
Yeah, I meant to mention, but Lalon went for the mana build on Eye this game, and we saw how potent it was. Like, very useful still in doing damage, but also, you know, having the ability to support her team consistently. Spirit Ward, just very strong item now.
Yeah, great finish. Great rotations also by Fried Eggs. And did you have any last comments on that game before I close it out?